welcome back to the channel. Previously, we put on a brand new sill and a new rear wing. Join me today where I'll be rust proofing the floors correctly, as well as repairing my door skin. My new tin of red oxide primer, it also says anti-corrosion paint on there, has arrived. This is a big 5 litre drum. It costs I think £40. All the welds are now dressed up all over the wing and inside the floor pan, all looking nice and neat. Following this, it will need seam sealer all over the joint. Failure to do this will risk trapped moisture. Trapped moisture equals rust. Also, please don't be one of them people that slaps under seals straight over new panels. That is not proper rust protection. That look nice already. You can barely even see where the joint is between the two panels. You can just about barely make out the plug welds going along and then the seam between the two. Overall, very neat job. I hope you'll agree. Onto reskinning this door. I'm going to have to take this glass out just to make it safer, I guess. I don't really want to break it. I don't even know if I'll be able to get a replacement if I did break it. Now, with these older cars, usually you want to look out for the top of the window frame. If it's an open frame, then usually you have to take the glass out first, but this is a closed frame. So, if we undo all the bolts at the back, the whole thing should just slide out as one. Well, that's what I found anyway when I've worked on other cars. It's electric windows, so I'm going to have to deal with that as well. I'm going to start getting all these bolts undone, and hopefully it should all come apart nice and easy. Famous last words. Right, needs more WD. That is not ideal at all. While I'm waiting for the WD-40 to soak in, I'm pretty stuck for things to do, to be honest, because that's really the last thing to do on this side. Now the front will be left, the other side's being done. So I'm just going to start scraping off the old paint. So I'm just using a heat gun. It's light work of it. So I want to see how bad the rust is at the top that we've got here and here. Just a few little spots, but I want to see if we can get away with grinding it out or it's going to need patching. I think I've nearly got the whole window assembly out now. It's just a quarter light sort of mechanism that's sort of thrown me off quite a bit. That all has to come out as well, obviously. I've got to be very careful that I don't lose all these screws because they all seem very specific weird sizes. I've also think I've snapped 4 bolts. Not really ideal. And with that we should just pull out now. There's also some clips on the trim. They also need to come out. Okay, flathead screwdriver for that, eh? Okay, I thought the clips were attached on their own, but they're actually attached to this piece of trim here. Right, so just the front side to do now then, I guess. It's been really difficult to film because it's very fiddly. But I managed to get the window out the runner, like so there. You just got to get it right off the end. So it has to go right from the top, and then you sort of push the end bar out. Come on. The hell does that come out? Oh, bleeding hell. Right, there's another bolt there. God knows how I'm going to get hold of that. And there we go. One pesky bracket. And now we should just lift off. Hopefully. Hey! I need a blanket. There's our door looking nice and bare. These patches aren't even bad, to be fair. I think that one there will have to be repaired with new metal. But that and that should be okay. That one maybe not so okay. Yeah, not horrendous. Obviously the whole bottom's going to be replaced. Let's crack on. Bit of effort from the impact drive. I've also got the wing mirror off here as well. The door is now mostly stripped. The only thing that's still remaining is the internal handle, the external handle, and then the lock. What I'm going to do is I'm going to repair the top parts, then I'll take the door off, and I'll repair the lower half of the skin. Let's get the grinder on this. Here I am cutting out the new patch. I always make the plate first and cut the hole second. It's so much easier. Get this ground down and then we can carry on. And yeah, just a smattering of filler on that, and then we'll be good to go. That's a good one. Lovely jubbly. Let's pop this door off. We'll repair the bottom half of the skin off the car. It'll be far easier to weld. There you go. And they've all come off without snapping. That's good, because internally on these they usually have like a metal plate that slides around, and it is a nightmare to retap. I always start with getting the bottom hinge off, because then it can pivot round into it. While this is off, we're going to want to replace the top half. You can see it's flexing out. It'll be a good time to get that welded up while the door's off and there's no weight on the panel. So yeah, I've got my sheet metal there. All I'm going to do is mark out where the rust goes to. Sheet. My points there. First one for the outer panel, and then the second one is for the underneath lip. I'm going to cut along the line now with the tin snips. Save on the electricity, eh? Now that all that's off, I'm just going to repair the surrounding lip. We can get the bottom skins on that I've made. Remember me saying before, I don't like rust between two skins, so this bottom lip is being changed. There's a little bit of surface rust in the base of the door, but we'll put some rust converter in there to sort that out. In an ideal world, you send it off to the dippers or get it sandblasted. That's out of the budget at the moment. Yeah, anyway, let's get this welded on. I'm just scribing a reference mark on here so I know where to put the plate once I've cut the old metal away. go any further, I'm going to try and fit this back on the car. Make sure all the door gap is actually nice. The panel gap overall is pretty good. There's just a few slight flaws that you can see, one at the end and one towards the centre. Now a little bit more hammering along the lip, along that edge, will push it out a little bit more, but we can do further adjustments with the high build primer later on during the painting stages of the car. So I'm happy to carry on welding. Even if I was using a genuine door skin, you would still have a slight issue when you're hammering over the edge. The door there, now re-skinned. I've also finished off the repairs around the bottom of the A-post. I've left the top area here. I was going to do that now, but then I thought, wait, I'm doing the windscreen panel. I don't know where I'm cutting to or how I'm going to do that yet, so I may as well wait until I'm onto that before I finish that. And here is the final result. I just need some red oxide primer to go on there now, a light smear of filler, and then we should be ready to paint that. Overall, I'm fairly happy with the results. Join us next time where we will spin the car around and do a bit of work on the other side. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, press that subscribe button, and we will see you next time.